Kaaba of Zoroaster at Nashi Rastam. So this was the Kaaba stone they was worshiping and dealing with before they put a curtain around the new Kaaba stone in Mecca and Zoroastrian Persian mythology or religion. Okay? Now, the Lord says you're not supposed to bow down to any idol, right? Now, what is the significance of Allah daughters? It's a female deity to be worshipped. The same in Christianity. There's a female deity to be worshipped. They call her Mary, but it's really a goddess. A goddess. And they have goddesses in Islam. Now, a lot of people don't know that but the Catholics design their temples and their churches with red doors with a point on the end to represent people walking into a woman's private parts. It's a red door and it has a point at the top, which is supposed to be the entrance into a woman. Yeah. The Gentiles are known for worshiping the female fertility and the man and the man members. That's what they're known for. Okay? The man reproduction organ. Now, on the side of the Kaaba when they make a pilgrimage, those of prestige get a chance to look inside the Kaaba. And on the end of the Kaaba, near the corner, is a woman's organ. Y'all see that? It's a woman's organ. It's a woman's organ now that's part of the Kaaba that you must make a Hajj once in your life and try to kiss. And if you're blessed enough to get close, you can actually get yourself a kiss. Now, I don't think they pointed these things out when they started pushing this over here to the black people here in America. These are the things, see, they know, listen, you can't even get over across the bridge, let alone get to Mecca and see what's really going on. Okay? Now, we're not supposed to have any other gods before us. Who is Allah? Who is Allah? I think I'm going to hold that for a couple of seconds. Let's go into how Muhammad let's see how Muhammad constructed his new religion, Islam. I'm in the book From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. All right? He goes into the history of Islam. Let's start with Muhammad was born in 570 A.D. Read it.
Babylon to Timbuktu.
Come up a little closer, brother, so that they get tightened up in here. A little closer to me. Tighten up a little more. Come on. Read that.
Babylon to Timbuktu, page 45. Muhammad was born AD 570, 4 years after the death of Emperor Justinian. He was descended from the tribe of Koresh.
He came from the tribe of Koresh. Read.
And the family of Hashem.
Go ahead.
His mentality was prejudice. In his youth, he was never taught to read or write,
He didn't know how to read or write. Read.
but his imagination was superlative. Muhammad was an extraordinarily handsome man, and eloquent in motivating men with the power of words. In the early years of Muhammad's life, he passed his time as a shepherd boy. We must remember that many successful men have arisen from the insignificant and humble conditions. Watching the sun day by day and the stars by night left opportunity for Muhammad to contemplate in solitude and reflect on the events of the profundities of this world. After Muhammad became a camel driver,
He was a what?
After Muhammad became a camel driver,
They're known for taking people around. He was a camel driver. Read.
he traveled to remote and intriguing lands. He led his caravans to Persia, Syria, and Egypt, transacting business with merchants of every kind. On his business trip, he met Jews.
He met who?
He met Jews.
He met who?
He met Jews.
So on Muhammad's business trip, he met our forefathers. Now, mind you, there was no Islam when he met Jews. There was no such thing as Islam at this time. Read.
On his business trip, he met Jews, Christians, and members of other sects.
So he started looking at other sects and noticing that they were following one God. Read.
He interrogated